Hey, what's up? This is Andy from Seldon, and the message I've got for you guys today is to help anybody who's been experiencing a period of exponential growth, followed by a period of plateau where you're feeling, you're not actually getting the results you were getting in the previous, say, 3 months of this year. This is completely normal, and I can completely relate. Maybe you've set yourself some goals, maybe to do more public speaking or to really push for that funding for an innovation use case at work, or maybe you're looking for work, or you're an entrepreneur running a business and you've made a decision to actually hire more people, take on more risk to expand. And you've taken some amazing steps in the first quarter of this year, only to kind of pull back a bit for some reason, or to stop really pushing forward with those projects, or maybe you've stopped committing to those goals you set yourself, and you're wondering, what's up? And maybe you're starting to feel a bit dead inside, or you're kind of losing motivation for things that were exciting you in the first quarter. And I can share with you 4 really simple tips you can put into place to help you recognize what's going on, acknowledge it and acknowledge how you're feeling, identify steps you need to take to actually get that exponential growth back, and then to actually move towards those areas which are causing you to hold back, or move towards those fears who are actually holding you back from achieving further growth, further motivation and further excitement. Let's use the analogy of an athlete. So you don't see Serena Williams or let's say Ronaldo, they don't just play a match on a Saturday and then not go back to the drawing board, analyze the videos, figure out what could they be doing better, what could they be improving, and then actually acknowledge that they could be improving those areas. Actually, then they work on those areas to then build better skills, knowledge, and more confidence for when they play the next game on the Saturday. We're no different. Those guys, they don't just play a game on Saturday and then another game on Saturday. They're doing all the work to analyze, acknowledge, identify, and improve during the week. And you need to do exactly the same thing. So whether you're a guy and you feel like you're doing all this work but you're lacking those masculine voyages to actually expand into nature and get some more adventure and excitement, or you're a female who is doing all of this good stuff to develop but you feel like your creativity is being suppressed and you feel like that creativity is actually making you die inside because you're not expressing yourself properly, or maybe you've got these goals for public speaking or to get this funding for an innovation project at work, but you're holding back because you're scared of failure or scared of rejection. This is all completely normal, but by following the recognize what's going on, acknowledge that you need to do something about it, identify the areas you need to improve and expand, and then move towards those fears and challenges, it will really help you, keep that exponential growth going. I've actually got my sister Lisa, she's a corporate transformation consultant and business owner, entrepreneur. We've done a lot of work together, and I just wanted to, ask you a couple of questions around, what's your experience with having periods of growth followed by plateauing out and maybe panicking a bit or wondering, how do I get myself out of it to find the flow?
Okay, well, thanks, Andy. So my experience of this would be, I think, coming at creating in your business or in your life or trying to develop from a place of a very alpha personality, which is what I always was. So I think there's nothing wrong with being very alpha personality. You tend to be very goal oriented, very driven, and always kind of striving to improve and to hit goals. But actually, I think sometimes alpha people can really hit a plateau because you're creating in your life and in your business from a place of almost like you begin to grind against a goal and you lose the kind of joy and the fun element of that. So that can only take you so far, and I think you can reach a point where that's not working anymore. So I've been actually doing, I got to that point in my business, and I think the corporate world actually quite develops alpha personalities very well, which is all good. But then when for me, I then started my own business and actually got to a point in that kind of grinding alpha mode, and then actually hit a plateau. So I actually worked with a coach who talked to me about a concept called Zen Alpha. So nothing wrong with being alpha, but actually soften that kind of alpha personality. And there's lots of things you can do to, once you've identified it, and it's then strategies for actually softening a bit and becoming Zen Alpha, which is, and you can rewire your brain through lots and lots of different things, and that's a whole nother kind of audio to do that. But that's about softening, and it's about starting to create in your life from a feeling of flow rather than grinding against a goal. And that is using things like the law of attraction to start actually attracting in the people you want in your life, you know, the clients you want in your life, from a place of kind of heart and joy, and, you know, creating from a point of celebration in your business or your life, versus, you know, I've got a goal and I will do everything to hit it, and I'm grinding, and that's what comes across to other people and is not attractive, and it won't attract the people in and the results in that you want. So for me, I think, you know, developing into more of a Zen Alpha personality, and there's lots of techniques you can do to work on that, is something that's really important to kind of get through that plateau and actually then start creating from a place of flow, which then you start to see incredible results because you're not, you know, in the grind.
Some great tips there. So look, just to summarise that, having a method to, you know, recognise, acknowledge, identify, and then kind of move towards, whilst, you know, moving into that more abundant flow type mindset. You couple that with identifying the gaps in your skills and your knowledge. What you can do then is to actually put into place strategies to build further knowledge and build further skills in those gaps you've identified. Maybe you need to do an extra 5 minutes of reading on a particular topic every day. Maybe you need to set a weekly meeting with the right person to kind of keep that communication flowing. All of this stuff will actually help build your confidence again and raise your certainty as to what you're doing, and help build that confidence around advising people in new areas which you're trying to move into. You couple that with Lisa's Zen Alpha strategies, it can give you a much more stronger foundation to build another period of exponential growth, more excitement, more fears being faced, and ultimately better performance.